Well, when it comes to COVID-19, the battle against misinformation may be just as important as the battle against the virus itself.
YouTube recently warned posters it will be removing, quote, COVID-19 misinformation, and the company followed suit by removing 2 Livingston County Board of Commissioners meetings.
Well, tonight, 7 Action News reporter Kim Russo takes an in-depth look at the tug of war between protecting public safety and protecting free speech.
Taxes, taxes, taxes. Did you get that tax bill? My house isn't worth that. My neighbor won't clean up their downed trees or long grass. When is someone going to do something? Stray cats are everywhere. They're taking over the neighborhood. Okay, I'm just being dramatic for entertainment's sake. This is my pet cat, Dora. But you know what? At public meetings, people can complain about anything. It doesn't have to be on the agenda. So Livingston County was surprised when they believe public comment got meetings taken down from YouTube.
Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
The Livingston County Commission posted its public meeting on YouTube in April. Then YouTube took it down.
We received notification that one of our meetings at that time had violated their medical misinformation policy.
Livingston County Administrator Nathan Bird says he was surprised. COVID-19 wasn't even on the agenda.
I know there was nothing COVID related that our commissioners were discussing, and so I think that was generated from comments made by the public. But, you know, to be clear, YouTube never specified for us what comment it was.
This is a look at part of YouTube's policy. It does not allow content that spreads medical misinformation that contradicts local health authorities or the World Health Organization's medical information about COVID-19. During the April meeting, one woman from the public questioned whether COVID-19 existed. The World Health Organization says it does exist and has killed more than 4.6 million people. Then it happened again. YouTube took down an August 9th meeting.
I've read plenty of data that say masks are ineffective for COVID, and I'm not shy about sharing my point of view. And, you know, so perhaps it's that.
Commissioner Wes Nakagiri says he has said things that technically violate YouTube's policy against contradicting local health authorities. The health department recommends the public follow CDC guidelines, for example, and wear masks in schools. He says he believes YouTube is hampering the political process by censoring what is said by either elected officials or the public.
People have a right to know. They have a right to know what their elected officials are thinking.
That is what really just clarified the fact that I need to get my children out of the school district.
Katie Dex says listening to the commission discuss whether to withhold funds from the health department to ensure there is no mask mandate in schools allowed her to make a decision for her family. She doesn't agree with a lot of what is said about COVID-19, but she still wants access to meetings.
It could be good for a lot of people to see that that's what's happening, but I also don't want misinformation to spread.
You know, this gets us a little further down that slippery slope when it comes to who is going to be able to speak and who is going to be able to be heard on platforms like YouTube. If they can silence a government entity, I think there are bigger questions afoot.
Political science professor David Giulio is the director of the Center for Civic Engagement at Oakland University. He says YouTube needs more transparency.
If they want to abide by the policy, they need to know what they did wrong.
So what does YouTube have to say? YouTube looked into it after 7 Action News asked for comment and said, upon further review, we're reinstating the Livingston County Commissioners' meeting videos.
I just appreciate whatever attention you were able to bring to this, because I don't think it's a coincidence that we got that email right before you and I met.
While YouTube has addressed the situation for the Livingston County Commissioners for now, this isn't an isolated incident. We're hearing about this happening around the country to public meetings. It's something we're going to keep monitoring. Kim Russell, 7 Action News.
Kim, thank you. Now, YouTube is not the only social media platform fighting misinformation. A recent study found from August 2020 to January of 2021, misinformation got 6 times more clicks on Facebook than posts containing factual news.